Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Pressure is a privilege because whatever in life is pushing you, it is trying to push you to go past that painful problem that you're having right now. And that's where the challenge comes in at, because life believes in you more than you believe in you. Why? Because you were programmed and conditioned to believe what someone else wanted you to believe. You were conditioned to be what someone else wanted you to be. It's said that over 80% of who we are as an adult was accepted by age 8, not based on our brilliance, but based on what someone else needed us to be so we could be okay in life. So you believe what you were programmed and conditioned to accept about you, and then you will fail at life to move beyond the pain so you can simply meet the expectations of the previous programming that you were given. And then you stop at failure. You never go beyond to see what failure and pain are trying to push you into. Think of it like this. Let's say you were to have a car accident and then you said after that, I don't want to drive anymore. And I get that. I've been in one of those horrific accidents, and it took me a little bit to feel comfortable behind the wheel, but I got behind the wheel as quick as possible. Now let's take that and let's use as a contrast a race car driver who knows that a car accident for them could literally be fatal. And yet, when they get into an accident, one of the first things that they do afterwards is a debriefing with their team to say, how can I be better at being a professional at getting out there? So many people in our society right now are professionals at stopping at failure instead of saying, no, I am committed to moving past the conditioning to see what is waiting for me on the other side. Welcome to your magnificent mindset. In case you're new to my world, I'm Dawn Ferguson, certified hypnotist, instructor, and rapid results coach. And I am absolutely obsessed with finding out how you can do the real you, who you really are, quicker, faster, and easier. So you don't have to do this system. Instead, what you can do is focus on moving beyond your programming and discovering everything that life has for you, everything that's waiting, how you can come from your core of who you really are instead of the past pain. But to be able to do that, we have to give the pain a purpose. But to do that, you have to move from being interested into committed, even obsessed. There is no reason why I should be more committed to your success than what you are. And yet, many times, that's what I'll find, because whenever I work with my clients utilizing hypnosis as well as the coaching, I tell them, we're going to hit a block. We know it's coming. We need to be prepared for it. It's as if there's a part of you that's testing you, going, do you really want success? Prove it to me. Prove it to me that you're going to use this pain as a pedestal for our next level of success. Prove to me that you won't stop at the failure and you'll keep going. And even though I try to share with people that this is coming up, they're still surprised when it happens and then going, Well, is it a sign from the universe I'm supposed to give up? No, that's your painful past saying that you should quit. So, how do you begin to move past? Well, you have to decide to leave the trash behind. That whatever problem you're dealing with will no longer determine your focus, your feelings, and the actions you're going to take. Instead, you get to choose. Now, I was working with someone not too long ago, and they said, well, yeah, I'm really ill and I can't find the reason for the illness. Neither can the doctors. I'm like, all right, but I still need you getting out into life doing these actions. Oh, well, no, I need to find the reason why I'm sick. No, you need to find the reason to live. That's what you need to find. The reason to continue to move forward. That this illness does not define you. So you either choose to move beyond the trash of your previous programming, or you become the trash. You become the trash in somebody else's life. What they need to be, what they need you to be so they can feel okay about themselves. That's what they're looking for you to do. Not only for you to carry the load that you've already got going on, and we know life is going to handle you challenges. It's going to give you problems. They're telling you not only are you going to have to carry yours, you're going to have to carry theirs for them to be okay. And you keep trying to drag that trash with you up your pyramid of prosperity. And prosperity is not just money. It is a wealth of relationships. It's the love that you want to experience, not just to be able to give, but to receive. It's the life by your design. But so many people are unwilling to lighten their load. So what can you control? Well, the very first thing you can control whenever you need to give your pain a purpose is moving from reactions into responses. Reactions are based on past pain. Responses are based on future impact. So reactions are going to be knee-jerk. Responses sometimes take a little bit to think about. We are the only life forms that we know of that have the ability when something happens to us to determine the meaning behind it. So anytime you have an emotion, anytime you ask these 3 questions in 1,000th of a second, it's faster than what you blink an eye. So you know what? We need to slow them down when you're having these emotional experiences. The first question is, what does this mean? The second question is, what does this mean about me? The third question is, how do I avoid the pain in my life? Or how do I amplify? I am going to be able to handle this pressure. I'm going to determine what it means in my life. I'm going to decide how I move forward. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge to be able to do it, which is usually why you need someone to assist you, because it is hard to see the picture when you're inside the frame. It is hard to see the solutions and the meanings that you can assign to things when you are so caught up in this identity that you've been programmed to experience. You have what's known as a subconscious scotoma. It means a blind spot. It means you can't see what you haven't already experienced, not knowledge. I work with people and they're like, oh yeah, I know that. Now, do you have the results? Because if you don't have the results, you don't know it. You've only memorized it. So the idea is to have assistance from someone who can say, all right, but what about this? And then how are you going to make that happen? And then how are you going to plan whenever it doesn't move forward? Whenever people ask me what's my favorite success that I've had in my life, I will always tell people the next one. Because I can't live off the memory of what I've created in the past. In the same way, you can't live off the memory of food. It might be the reason why you're starving right now. is because you have to take the actions that your powerful mind says. It's not what you think about and it's not what you feel. It's the actions taken on those that's going to move you forward. But you know what other people will tell you whenever you give your pain a purpose and you begin to move forward? They'll tell you, shh, that's not right. And then you begin to shh yourself. So what is it that you're wanting to go after? What pain do you need to give a purpose to? That's your it. And you know that if you add somebody else's shh to it and your own on top of it, you're stuck with a big old pile of manure. And here's the difference between anybody that you've ever admired that's a thought leader, that's an author, that's a mentor, that's somebody who said, yeah, I had the it and I had a lot of shh in my life. Shh, don't do that. Shh, what are you thinking? Shh, that's beyond you. And then we begin to do it to ourselves once they're gone because we've been conditioned and programmed to do that. If you look at anybody you've ever admired and recognized, it's simply because they took that manure and used it as fertilizer for their garden of growth. They didn't get rid of it. They said, how am I going to use this? Now, that's one of the things I do in hypnosis is I ask the very powerful part of your mind to find at least 5, the number of grace, 5 ways that it can use your pain to actually help you into progress, that pressure, because life is calling you out going, I think you've got this. I'm pretty sure you can move beyond it. And you can, but we've got to give it a purpose. So I asked your powerful mind to come up with at least 5 ways that are healthy, safe, that are effective, secure, that will give you the freedom, the worthiness, the validation to move forward. But we have to get the part of your mind that's experienced that conditioning and programming originally on your side by giving it a new purpose in life. Everyone wants to add success to their life, but you need to get rid of. You need to get rid of that trash you're carrying around. That doesn't mean you're going to get rid of the fear. I'll tell you that right now. Fear is fuel that will keep you going when motivation and inspiration have left you. But it's the fear of, okay, I don't want to ever go back there again. And instead, most people have the fear of, what if I fail? Well, yeah, you're going to. And then we're going to find a way to use that. And then the next situation is going to come up and you're going to be even stronger because you found a way to handle that first one. And then you're going to go to the next level and the next level. And most people live lives of quiet desperation where they are suppressing and repressing that fear instead of actually finding a way to use it. You're a success until you're required to do the things for your next level of success. Remember how I said earlier, you're trying to live off that memory of that previous success. You can't do it. It's not going to nurture you any farther. You don't get rewarded for participation. No. Those trophies, well, we've seen what happens when we take a generation of people and we give them trophies just for showing up. We have people that are entitled. No, you get rewarded for making the world a better place by making a difference through your life, by modeling to others how to solve painful problems. You don't have to be a coach or a mentor to do that. You're just out in the everyday world going, yeah, pressure's going to show up. And I see it as a privilege because it's asking me to step into my next level of success. And that's the part of you that no one wants to harness. The part of you that holds the fear, that holds the darkness, that holds the, watch what I can really do if you unleash me. because we've been so programmed and conditioned to keep our mouth shut, play it safe, stay in the corner, and be what someone else needs us to be for them to be okay. Stop avoiding what life is asking you to step into. I believe in you. I know you may not believe in yourself right now. So let me share my belief until you can begin to believe in yourself. All right. If you want my assistance, if this makes sense to you and you want my assistance, I actually have a program called Transformation. But you cannot move into the program until we've worked together in your first session and coaching call, because I want to make sure I'm the right fit for you. And then if I am, and you're ready to move forward, you're seeing the results from the first session, because you will. And we're also going to prepare for the next pressure situation that you're going to come up against. So if that sounds like something you want to explore further, send me a text to 636-699-7791 that says transformation, and I'll reach back to you about a time that we can chat. You can do this. You have a brilliance about you. It is your light. And in case you haven't noticed, the world's a pretty dark place right now. We need your light even brighter. And if I can assist you with that, to turn it on, I'd be honored to do so. So until we have our chat, go out there and say, pressure is a privilege because life believes in me. I'm going to take my reactions and turn them into responses because I'm going to give a new meaning to my pain. And whether it's me or someone else that you reach out to for assistance with this, by the way, do not reach out to your friends. They will shush you more than anybody. Reach out to someone who's at a higher level. You don't need a hand out. You need a hand up. And you can do this because the higher you are, the more that your light will shine brighter for those that are stuck down in the valley, because you need to be at the peak, showing them the path on how to make it to the top. Thanks for joining me today.